Hey guys, it's Alex, and in today's video I want to show you guys how to build out your Google Ads campaign for your junk removal business. Now this is an interesting niche or business sector just because of the wide range of junk removal services. A thing that I see a lot of people missing the point on is they just totally missed the mark for how to structure the ads, what to target, and they're wondering why their ads aren't converting. Another big problem with this industry is that you are going to be going up against a lot of regional or national brands. But again, assuming you have the right strategy in place, that's not necessarily a problem. If you're not running Google Ads for your junk removal business, I'll just show you guys, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. You're missing out on a lot of opportunity. For any search that somebody does for junk removal, there's going to be 4 ads. And there's going to be Google Business Profiles. So if you aren't running ads, people are going to probably click on one of these results, especially if the ad is structured properly. Unfortunately, none of these actually even mention San Diego. Well, this one does, but it's for mattress disposals. And I'll just go over that in a second. And this one at least has 2 huge brands showing up. And then this one completely missed the mark with targeting. So the reason why you want to be running ads is because 1, your competitors have no idea what they're doing. 2, you're going to show up at the top of results and people are very likely to click through and call you or ask for more information as opposed to something like organic, like SEO, where it is going to take a little bit longer to get results. In any case, I just want to jump right in and show you guys how to build out your Google Ads campaign for your junk removal business. If you need help with that or you have any questions about your Google Ads, you can click the link down below. Book a call with me. Happy to take a look at your campaign or answer any questions you might have and see if there's any opportunity to work together to grow your junk removal business. In any case, this is the dashboard of Google Ads. This is what you'll see when you first log in for junk removal or to get started with your campaign. Just click on New Campaign. And the goal you want to choose is leads because you do want people to either fill out a form or call you because they want your junk removal services. You would just select leads. And then you would just click continue. For campaign type, for junk removal, you always want search. That's because it is a search-based query. People are going to Google to look for the service, not Facebook and Instagram. They're going right to Google to look for local services. And so that's where you want to show up. And then ways you'd like to reach your goal, you want to add your phone number, you want to add your lead form submissions, and then from there you just click continue. And for this video, we'll just do junk removal in Calgary. Right? So just add your location, make a campaign name. It's pretty straightforward. Start new if you have other campaigns. So at the beginning, what you want to focus on is clicks. Unless you already have an existing Google Ads campaign, you want to make sure you're focusing on clicks just because this will send more traffic to your site. That means people will interact on your site more. You'll be able to get more data that you can use to then optimize your campaign performance or even landing page performance. And until you have about 3,000 to 5,000 impressions or at least 30 conversions every single month, you just want to focus on clicks. If you are on a tight budget, you can set a maximum CPC bid limit. This would just be, for example, if clicks cost anywhere from $5 to $20, you can set this to $12. If you're at a $100 per day budget, you should get 8 to 10 clicks. But if you have a higher budget, you can just set a maximum. You can just set a higher maximum. And from here, this is not necessary. So you could just click next. Opt out of these networks. These are very low quality networks and they're just not going to send, they're not going to show your ads to people that actually matter. And for location options, the first thing you want to do is just click on location options and then choose people in or regularly in, right? This is going to target people that are actually in Calgary. This one, option that shows people who've shown interest in your included locations. Of course, Google recommends this because it just means your ads are going to show for a much wider range of people. It's going to show to people that are looking up, how to start a junk removal business, but they're, 4 or 5, they're in the province over, for example, right? So once you've set that, you can add your location. Now you can either choose a location or radius. For junk removal in Calgary, junk removal businesses, you probably just go with radius and you can just change this to kilometers if you are in Canada. And you can set it to about 30 kilometers and then just add Calgary, right? Include. This is going to give you this radius of area, this radius where your ads are going to show. And for junk removal, this is a fairly good radius. Radius makes sense for junk removal because you can drive, 30, 40, 50 kilometers for that service if you were so inclined. Of course, we've got English set as a language. Right here, one really good tip is to choose doing an optimize. This means that you'll choose which ads, how ads perform, as opposed to giving Google the reins, right? Google is not your friend. Google will choose an ad that performs best for them, but you want to have the data. You want to react and analyze the data to choose an ad, to choose ads that best perform for you, right? And then again, over time, you can set an ad schedule, but you can just wait for campaign data to come in before changing that. Then you just click next, right? You can skip this. Now in this ad group, right, it would just be junk removal Calgary. You would have different ad groups for things like mattress removal, couch removal, junk car pickup, a bunch of different ad groups, which I'll show you in a moment. And now with keywords, you do have two options, right? You can add junk removal here, and it will give you some suggestions, but I do like to actually use Google's own keyword tool, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So what you just want to do is open another Google Ads window and head to their keyword tool, and I'll just show you how to do that. So when you open another window here, you're back at the dashboard, just click on tools and it'll open by default in the keyword planner. And then from here, you just click discover new keywords. Make sure to add your area, which in this case is Calgary. Right, click on save, and we do have the radius set, so it'll be a little bit different, but very close. And then just click on junk removal. Right, click on get results, and now you'll see all the keywords here. I would normally go through the refined keywords, and I would also export this to Google Doc, but just for the purpose of this video, I'll just show you the best way to go about doing this really quickly. So a lot of these keywords you would not want to add to your campaign. And that's where a lot of guys make mistakes is, for example, you probably wouldn't want to add junk haulers. This one is a really good keyword, junk removal near me. Of course, junk removal, furniture removal should be its own ad group, right? You would want to see people, people would want to see an ad that's targeted to them for this, and they land on a page that's specifically targeted to furniture removal, right? But you could add things like junk pickup, a haul away service can work, right? Junk removal services. But for things like hot tub removal, that can be a completely own ad group or campaign where you are sending traffic, people that click on the ad, to a hot tub removal page. You do not want to send hot tub removal traffic to a page about junk removal. You do not want to send couch removal traffic to a page about junk removal, right? You're going to pay more per click, and it's not going to be relevant. So the click-through rate is going to be low, and the performance of the users once they land on that page is also going to be low. They're not going to be very likely to convert, and you'll just be throwing money away. So in any case, you want to add those keywords here. And these were quite some good suggestions here. Junk removal, right? You don't want to have furniture removal. Junk disposal, right? Junk removal services near me. There we go. Some solid keywords here. And again, you can choose a match type, but I'll show you how to change that when I'm done putting together the ads. Now here is where you do the ads, and you can just add your own URL here. I'll just do junkremoval.com. And if you are in Calgary, for example, you would just do Calgary and then just junk removal. That way this shows up at the top. People can see your URL, the display URL that you want, and they're more likely to click through the ad. It's relevant to what they want, and they're more likely to click through and actually read the ad, click through it and land on your page and ask for more information or spend time on your website. Now here what you want to do is start adding headlines. You don't need to add all 15, but you can if you like. I like to add 5 or 6. And it's pretty straightforward, junk removal Calgary, right? And you could just do Calgary junk removal. You would add something like, will remove your junk today. You could do same day junk removal. If you have an online calculator, which is a really good strategy, by the way, junk removal, does it fit? Calculator, right? You could have that. Then you would have something like, book online or call now. A little call to action, right? So the ad does look pretty good, right? It's a great ad. Now the description, you could say something like, where Calgary's best junk removal team. Call us today to get rid of your junk, right? Calgary junk removal experts, competitive pricing, same day junk removal, book online. I want to mention some features, some unique selling points, and now we have a pretty good looking ad, right? Of course, when you verify your business, this will show up here, so you can add the business name. What you now want to do is go through and add some site links, right? And you can see here there's some options for things that would be relevant for what people are looking for. But you can always create your own for things like customer reviews. And this just would show up here, right? And you could say, you would have something like pricing, junk removal pricing. If you want to send people to a junk removal page, right? Or you could say, get a removal quote. Just so people are more likely to click through to the ad. That's the main purpose of these. And then the other thing you would want to do next is add callouts. And these would just be something like, it's just a little bit of extra text. So same day junk removal, Calgary's, junk removal pros. Pro doesn't fit. Yeah, you get the idea. It would just be like junk removal experts will take all your junk, right? You can see here it just adds it to the actual ad there. Exit out of that. And there are other asset types, so you can add some prices if you want. You can add calls, so you would add your phone number. And there are other asset types you can add, but that's really, those are really the most important ones. When you're done, you just click on done. And it does bring you, shows you a little mobile version of it here. And then you click next. This is where you set your budget. For junk removal, you probably want to be spending at least, $1,000 to $3,000 per month just to start if you are serious about using Google Ads to generate business. Again, this is it's a great way to generate leads because if you do a good job, you do kind of have that lifetime customer. It's not like there's a lot of monthly recurring revenue with a junk removal lead, but this is where you just set your daily budget. Google has their own recommendation. And for the purpose of this video, it's my test account. So I'll just add 0.1 and then you just click next. And then now Google shows you a overview of the campaign. You do have the optimization score here, but it's not incredibly important to worry about. And then from here, Google will say some issue, probably something to do with the URL. What you can do is just click through to see what the error is, right? Destination is not working. It's fine. It's not a URL. It's just one that I added. Right, you can just click continue with known issue. I mean, you wouldn't do that. You would just add your actual website there and then just go back through, review everything, and then you can just click on publish campaign. Right now, this is going to publish, and then I just want to quickly show you guys what to do with the keywords so that you aren't just throwing money down the drain, targeting way too many things. Right, you would exit out of this, and make sure you do have Google Tag Manager set up so you can properly track your people clicking on the call button or filling out a form or anything like that. Right, so now what you want to do is go visit your campaign and you'll see it here. Click on the ad group. It's going to show you the keywords, right? See, they're all set as broad match. This is just way too broad, right? When I set the broad match, it just gives you something that's very, very remotely related to that. Instead of setting to phrase match, which is going to be showing your ad to people searching for things like junk removal Calgary, Calgary junk removal, stuff like that. So you can either click them manually or you can just select all here. Change match types, change all match types, and then change all match types to phrase match. Eventually, you will set them to exact match once you have enough data and the campaign is running as good as it can. But for now, you just set it to phrase match. And that just runs like that. And that's really about it to get your first Google Ads campaign for your junk removal business up and running. Hopefully I helped you guys out with that. If you do have any questions or you did want me to take a look at your campaign, I'm happy to take a look, answer any questions you might have. You can click the link down below, book a call with me, and I'd love to see if there's any opportunity for us to work together to grow your junk removal business with Google Ads, just get you more jobs and calls. And yeah, as always, you guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.